How can Zimbabwean domestic workers stay in South Africa? The short answer: it will be difficult, as they may not qualify for other visas in the Immigration Act. The whole question: we are trying to find a way for our Zimbabwean domestic worker, Elizabeth, and her 6-year-old daughter, Maria, to stay in South Africa when the ZEP grace period ends. Maria has been staying with our family friends because Elizabeth has serious health issues that sometimes prevent her from taking care of Maria. We have gotten Maria into a good government school, and we sponsor her fees. Even though Maria was born in South Africa, she has a Zimbabwean birth certificate. How can we stop her from being deported? And can we stop her mother from being deported? The long answer: the government has said that ZEP holders have to find alternate means to stay in South Africa legally by 31 December 2022, and can continue to work, study, and use banks, provided they have a Visa Facilitation Services Global (VFS) receipt to show that they have applied for an alternate visa. Before 31 December 2022, ZEP holders can travel freely in and out of South Africa. But after that, they will have to have a visa to travel. The situation is very bleak for Zimbabweans who are laborers, construction workers, e-hailing drivers, gardeners, and domestic workers, because they will not qualify for the other visas in the Immigration Act. These visas are permanent residence, study visa, critical skills visa, and general work visa. The general work visa is issued for 5 years and is the most difficult visa to obtain because an employer would have to prove that they could not fill the position with a South African citizen or permanent resident. Kajal Ramjathankyoch, a South African lawyer and the director of International Commission of Jurists, Africa Regional Program, said in a Daily Vox article that according to the conditions of the ZEP permit, it is not possible for Zimbabweans to apply for permanent residence irrespective of how long they have stayed in South Africa. However, she said, that as a group they could file a legal challenge to this condition in court. She added that so many Zimbabweans had built their lives here, and the conditions in Zimbabwe that caused them to come to South Africa had not changed. South Africa had failed in its diplomatic attempts to persuade the Zimbabwean government to promote human rights, democracy, and the rule of law, and that it was an unconscionable act for the South African cabinet to have passed this legislation, which was seemingly aimed at addressing the ANC's poor local election results, as immigration was a key issue for many political parties, against a vulnerable and politically powerless people, she says. In South Africa, a child takes the citizenship of its parents and the fact of being born in South Africa does not confer any rights of residence or citizenship to parents or children.